The Circle of Knowledge podcast is brought to you by Amplified Minds, helping entrepreneurs and professionals achieve their goals and aspirations by sharing a wealth of knowledge to you, our community of achievers. This podcast features best-selling industry resources, interviews, and the professional panel discussion by the core team at Amplified Minds. Now, here are their discussions. Hey, welcome back to the Circle of Knowledge podcast. Today is a beautiful day, and today our guest speaker and our guest interviewee on the show, the Circle of Knowledge, is Robyn Scott. And let me just preface, before we talk about Robyn, her story, and you get to know what's going on in her world and the knowledge that she's going to share with you. Robyn is one of our dearest friends. She is probably the most joyful and gleeful persons we have ever met. If her smile doesn't just blow you out of your socks, her love will. She is one of the most incredible individuals. And when I first met her, she was a joy and mindfulness coach. And she's evolved into some really, really cool things. Is on a new path. And let's not even call it a new path because it's been the path she's been on her entire life. But I'm grateful to have in the studio today, Robyn Scott. And if that didn't describe her well enough, I will describe to you today. Her smile is bigger than anything you've ever seen. And we are actually matching. We're wearing
look how cute we are.
Navy blue today. It was the navy blue today, and incredible. And I did not put color in my hair, but she's got these beautiful green highlights in her hair, and I'm just so pumped about it. So, Robyn, thank you for being here with the Circle of Knowledge, Amplified Minds, Profitable, and then the rest of the group here. We absolutely adore you.
Well, thank you so much. You can't make me cry at the beginning. It's not cool. No, I appreciate it, and it is ditto, right back at you. I'm excited to be here, and I love our time together, always.
And one of the reasons why, obviously because we love her, but one of the reasons we brought Robyn on the show today is because Robyn has a few things that she has to share with the world. Knowledge beyond comprehension. But fortunately, that comprehension comes in the form of a book, which you can consume here in the next few weeks. We're super excited to support her in this upcoming launch. And the topic of discussion today is going to be about connection, okay? We know that this is something that Amplified Minds and the group here is extremely, extremely backed up by, because we love human connection. We have thrown networking and traditional card flicking practices out the door. All we care about is building true value in the people who you connect with. And Robyn is on the forefront of this discovery. She has been doing it her entire life and has found a way to create exponential value to people through human connection. And one of the keys is going to be face-to-face. So before we get into that and we talk about her book and some incredible things, let's hear a little bit more from Robyn and what she has going on. Robyn, tell us a little bit about your backstory, who you are, and why you're here today.
Okay. The most simple part of the connection for me is I believe it was absolutely the one thing I wanted to learn here on this planet, on this earth, and I could learn that the best way by growing in someone's belly and entering into this world and then leaving that home that I knew. I was adopted. She was 17 and very young, and I absolutely know that she loved me. I entered into a family that had been praying for me for 8 years, and my mom and dad just thought they'd never be able to be parents, and I instantly was connected in the family I was put in, and I brought that entire family together. My dad was the oldest, and I had some cousins that were born before me, but he's the oldest sibling, and they just never thought it was going to happen. And so when I came, I was celebrated. I was lucky. I was so wanted by this family that, that was my earliest connection, was connecting this entire family. They called my mom on her 27th birthday. Isn't that cool?
Really?
Yes. So, and they said, we have a little girl for you. And 2 days later, I joined our family. So Isn't that cool?
That is really cool.
She called actually one of her girlfriends first. Because she was just bawling to the girlfriend the day before. But yeah, and so I entered that family. And so that's my first, really, the connection part. And then throughout my life, that's I do have to tell a quick story. So growing up, we have friends when we're in grade school, right? Some are amazing at soccer. Some are amazing at football or softball or t-ball, whatever it is, right? There's this talent there. I am not blessed with any musical talents or athletic talents. And everyone was like, but you're such a good friend. And I'm like, is that like comparable to she has a sweet personality? like I'm a good friend? Like, come on. Like, that's a made-up talent, right? Fast forward a lot of years, and I just realized I connect with people so easily, and within 5 minutes, they're telling me things that are just deep and very personal for them. And I realized that this is absolutely my talent.
Yeah.
And I think that there's no judgment on my part. I have been through some crap in my life. Haven't we all? I mean, we've all been through crap. And so I will never be the one to cast a stone at anyone else. And so, yeah, once I really realized that that's an amazing talent, I'm going to run with that. Yeah. So that's really what sparked. And I still am my joyful, mindful coach. And it all comes together with connection with people.
That's amazing. I do have one question, because we have had people come on our show and talk about their life story. And some of them have dated back to one of their first memories, which was probably within the first 2-3 years of their life. But you mentioned that your first connection was even within your mother. And now, not that this makes it either greater or smaller, but do you actually feel like you remember that experience, or is that something that you came to terms with? I wanted to ask that.
No, and I'm glad you asked. For a later time, there is a ton with adoption that needs to be healed, and I absolutely think that I have that. But after finding them, I didn't even get into that story.
You're good.
But I always knew there was a love there. I don't think she was trying to get rid of me. Right? I knew that was a huge sacrifice of love, because I just always knew that. My mom used to tease, this is actually really cool. My mom used to tease that there's no way. Okay, and remember, this is my mom. She's totally biased. Like, I'm her kid. She would always tease, there's no way she saw me. She goes, there is no way she saw you, because if she had seen you, she wouldn't have been able to give you away.
Right.
Well, when I met them 2 years ago, she never saw me. She did not see me after I was born. Isn't that crazy? There was actually a towel over her face. She did not see me, and she had to recover and go about her life as if I never existed. Isn't that amazing? And my bio mom and my adoptive mom, so it's Bertha and mom. Just so you know. Right. But there's, and so to find out and then actually see how much of, I don't know that I'm necessarily remembering, but there's a feeling that and you go about, and a lot of the feelings that I had were very spot on. So, intuitively, I absolutely think that I knew what was happening.
Awesome. That's an incredible answer. I believe in the science and the spirituality behind it all, and I know that when humans feel a particular energy of warmth on both the physical feeling and the internal feeling, that it is actually it is a primitive let's call it memory through let's call it muscle memory or whatever you might, and it is primitive in nature because it takes you back to the feeling of comfort, joy, happiness, connection that came from being within the womb, right? So that's kind of what I was going at. But that is amazing, and that is an incredible story. So what I love too is, Robyn, you said it yourself that within 5 minutes, if you haven't already met me and you don't, have that connection, then either there's something wrong with you out there, the listeners, or you just haven't read into it, or maybe you're not connecting right. But within 5 minutes, you shared with us your life story, which is more, opening and thrilling and interesting than most people on the show, and that's incredible. A lot of people are going to connect with this too. We have 15,000 listeners plus who are in scenarios who might have been adopted, who might have had a teenage pregnancy, who might have a struggle in their life where they're looking for connection and joy. So this is why this message is incredible.
Well, and I'm your gal. I know, I don't know what it looks like yet. This book, my book, sorry, my whole life I've wanted to have a book. It does talk about that in there, because that interesting fact that I haven't researched, but I bet you. So everyone, and this is kind of a dark one, it's cancer. Once you mention it, everyone has a feeling. They know someone, they've been affected by it personally, they've had it. I mean, everyone has been affected by cancer in one way or another, right? I have also found that adoption is very, very similar to that. Mm-hmm. Every time I talk about adoption, I mean, I'm saying probably 99.9% of the time, people are like, oh yeah, I had a cousin, or I had an aunt that adopted, I had an aunt that placed, I had, I mean, everyone has a connection to adoption in some way. And there's not a lot of resources for that. So that, I mean, that's a conversation for a different day, but it is in the works, and I'm not sure what that looks like yet. So, but it's out there.
I love that. That is we could go on a huge tangent, just go down that road. There's so much behind that. But we're going to move towards your book. So skipping a very few amount of years down the road, and you go from knowing, accepting, connecting, choosing to be on this earth, and realizing your purpose and what you're working towards. You're a coach, you're helping people, you're helping them find joy. Fast forward a little bit further, and you get to this point where you realize, I need to create a curriculum. I need to create a thing that's going to help people. Tell me about your journey in writing this book.
Okay.
And just for you guys listening, the book is called Bringing People Together, the rediscovering the lost art of face-to-face connecting.
Yes. Sorry, it's big. Anything that is taught, literally anything. So this is where my joy recovery coach comes in, the mindfulness, the personal development. Anything that truly helps us transform is face-to-face.
Yes.
And I'm not saying it's not possible. There's amazing online courses out there. There are amazing ways that we can learn and grow now that are just amazing. I mean, you wouldn't even dream of it 10 years ago. Technology is an absolute beautiful thing. However, there are things that cannot be replaced at all. And the real juice of it, the secret sauce and the magic comes from face-to-face. And that is where you're going to make the most impact and the biggest impact on the world. And because of the connection with you, the ripple that goes out, it's endless, and it starts with this. And really that's what my book is about. And when we bring people together, we are called connection catalysts, because we can be the hub of bringing people together. And as we do that, we provide experiences. We can facilitate true transformation that lasts and is deep. It's not just surface.
Right.
So that's what the entire book about, is creating experiences, not just events.
That's amazing. This is an added story background to that. One of my first landlords was he is a retired naval overseas interrogator for the U.S. Army, right? And I guess the U.S. Navy. And he has worked with some of the highest, most dangerous men and women in the world. And in those interviews, we call them, because interrogations blown up by Hollywood these days, in those interviews, he has learned the value of face-to-face connection, and he can tell within a split second what's going on in your life, in your mind, in your brain, and what you've done and what you're thinking about, what your next move is, based on not just eye contact, but facial expressions. Your face actually exposes everything to you, everything to your past, all the luggage and baggage you're carrying, as well as your hopes and aspirations on the more positive end. So incredible, because face-to-face connection is what we value most. And this is so weird, and I just popped in my head, but as a kid, we always had these conversations with our friends about, oh, what do you like about her? Or what does she like about you or him, right? And a lot of times there are people who would be like, oh, I like a particular body feature that is attractive to me. But at the end of the day, if they really dig deep, most of us care about face-to-face connection and what their face is telling. Not what their face looks like, not how their face makes us feel, but what their face does to us when we connect.
Well, and I do think it's a feeling, though, just so you know.
Oh, cool.
Not in the no distortion on it, right? Because, I mean, obviously there are some feelings that, come up in certain features. However, if we go deeper than that, I love that one quote. I should totally have this. You will not remember what is said to you. You will always remember how a person made you feel. And so those are the feelings. Because even lust and desire fade away, right? But the feeling of an honest, deep connection, that's when we know we align with someone, right? Like there's, in our industry, there are just things that you can feel that you can't explain. And that's the connection we're looking for here. That's the one that really there are no words to describe it. And that only comes from this, so there's, it's a feeling. It's absolutely true. And little kids know this already. Children have got this down. Then we go to school, we go through puberty, we go through insecurities and patterns and programs that are put on us, and we take in as truth. And then we hit a midlife aha. Mm-hmm. Not a crisis. I try not to use that word because it doesn't always have to be a crisis. But there could be an oh crap moment. I want to keep it family friendly.
We are on the clean channel of all podcasts, so no, you're fine.
But there's just that, what in the world? Who am I? I mean, and there's just so much beauty in that. To have that midlife, and really it's rediscovering who we were when we came into this journey, and we get to decide it as adults.
We kind of talked about this in preparation for the show, but there is that aha moment everyone has in their life, whether it's at the end of their life, whether that's midlife, whether that's 3/4 in, or it could be surrounding an event, a life event.
A lot of times it does.
Right? Whether that be your near-death experience, or on the positive end, just a wake-up call. Some people call it a come to Jesus moment, right? But in that moment, what happens, and what do people usually revert back to?
And this is one thing that I didn't do when we were discussing it, is it's almost unfortunate that it has to have such a catastrophic event to create this change that you feel you want to make. And that usually is what happens. I mean, divorces, houses burning down, bankruptcy. I mean, there are a near-death experience, and this is really where my entire training started. In Utah, and being a mom, we are taught to serve. And don't get me wrong, I love service, and it is absolutely needed in the world. And when we serve, everyone out there other than us someone's going to give. And on December 5th, 2015, I got a fever, a really horrible fever. And it kept going up and up and up. And it's a clean channel, but just know I really wasn't on drugs. But it's a good one. I'm going to tell it. Okay.
No, please tell it. We need
There's
that.
these glitter spiders on my ceiling. Okay, I'm laying in my bed, and there's these glitter spiders that are orange and blue and green on my ceiling. And I would go like this, and they would blow apart, and then they go and just keep crawling around. And I'm like, wow, I am really seeing this. And I asked my husband, how much freaking cough medicine did you give me? Because also in Utah, there used to be a Robitussin thing.
Yeah.
I grew up in Colorado. We didn't have that. We just had like full-fledged drugs. So anyways, I said, how much did you give me? And he goes, honey, I only gave you 1 dose. And I'm like, okay, well, I want you to know I'm totally tripping. Like, I am seeing stuff that could not possibly be done.
Spiders are swinging.
Yes. And thank goodness they were sparkly and shiny, right? I mean, glitter, of course, if I'm going to create them. And into the night, I mean, I was awake all night long, my husband said, even though I wasn't conscious, and I'm talking to people and I'm, picking things out of the air. And the next morning, he only works like 30 seconds from our house. And he was trying to decide, do I go and do my 2-hour shift this morning, or do I take her to the hospital? Because I had finally fallen asleep because I was up all night, right? Like I having conversations and with no one, who knows? No, I actually do know now, but he decided to take me. And so we go to the ER, and I must have looked like crap because they immediately, like I didn't even sit down, like they took me straight back, put an IV in me, and 15 minutes after I was there, my blood pressure dropped to 43/20. And if I had been home in bed, I would have just slipped away. I would have died. But they could put epinephrine in.
Right.
I was 42 years old. And I was in the hospital, the ICU for 5 days. I don't remember going to ICU. I do remember the ambulance ride. And I was thinking as I'm in there, is this really a bucket list item? Like, why is this a bucket list item to be in an ambulance?
Right,
because it was horrible. Like, I mean, I felt really crappy. It was not a fun experience. So, but I'm like, well, I guess we can check it off. And I woke up on the 5th day and looked around, and I'm like, I am in the intensive care unit. And I know ICU means, but I just had no idea I was there. Does that make sense? And so in that 5 days, there were several times I could have given up. And I wasn't conscious, right? I mean, I was talked sometimes, but I don't remember any of the conversations. It was a little bit scary to me, but when I was unconscious in my head, my heart chose to stay. And just with depression and things that come into our lives and the hardships, I didn't always want to stay here. I didn't always want to be here. In fact, often in my life, I have said, it would be so much easier to not be here. And I've really asked the question, do I choose to be here? Well, when my head is nowhere in the conversation, I chose to stay here. And so that's what really started me on the journey of, then I've got to do this different. I want to do this differently. And as I went through the process and really started healing a lot of the emotions and traumas of my past, that I had created. I mean, I realized if I can heal myself, if I can really love who I am, holy cow, anyone can.
Yeah.
Like if I can do this, anyone can. And I really started, I want to learn how to teach this to other people. So that's where that all started from. And this book is one of at least 2, maybe 3, and I have kid books and stuff coming too. So it's just a passion of mine, and I'm really close to it.
Well, your story is amazing, and it's so beautiful of what has come as a result of the circumstances you've come from. And that near-death experience is really, really something a lot of people can relate with, whether they know someone or it's happened to them in the form of illness, injury, and so forth. In your book, you mentioned something, and I'm going to say the phrase the way you said it, and I want you to finish it by explaining to these guys what you think or what you mean by this. But in your book, you talk about we spend the last half of our lives blank. We spend the last half of our lives what? And why is this so important?
The last half of our lives, we truly have the ability to go back and heal the things that we thought were truths, decide what is an absolute part of who I am and what isn't. It's the coolest process to be able to look back at an instance and say, oh my gosh, that person wasn't trying to be mean. I read that wrong all along. Can I give one more example?
Absolutely.
So, and this is along these lines. So I had a belief that I was not a good artist. And I know I'm creative and stuff like that, but I just had it in my brain, I'm not a good artist. When I first went back to the first time I believed that, it was in first grade, Mr. Sherwood. We were coloring a huge mural that we had drawn out, and we were hanging it up for back to school night, parent-teacher conferences. And we're coloring it, and my teacher said, if we color in one direction, it just makes it look cleaner. In my 7-year-old brain, I heard him say, you're not good at art. You don't know what you're doing. So that was my 7-year-old brain. As I am now, I can go back and go, oh my gosh, he was teaching me. He didn't mean anything by it.
Yeah.
And I get to look at that program, where that came from, and that story I was telling, and go, oh my gosh, I love him. He was not being mean at all.
Yeah.
And hence, I can own that I'm good at art. And it's that simple. It's not easy, but it's that simple. And if we are brave enough to keep going back to those, you can really heal anything. So so we get to spend the rest of our life figuring out who we are and what we want. And it's starting sooner and sooner now. It's not the midlife crisis.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking in movies, in children's programming, books. Just personal development and awareness is starting earlier and earlier. And I am so excited to see what the world is going to be 30 years from now, because it's going to be fabulous. So just the consciousness is rising, and I love it.
It is absolutely amazing. Robyn, Bringing People Together by Robyn Scott will be releasing here in a few weeks, and we'll get into more of that. But share with our listeners a challenge you would like to issue to them, something that they can do as a result of our discussions today. What's one thing that they can do?
What I really, really want to challenge all of you to do is, when you are speaking with someone, a family member that you speak to all the time, a mother or a father that you've heard the story over and over, when you are with someone and you are listening to them, put your phone down. Turn off the TV. Really connect with them eye to eye. Really look into they're the windows of the soul, and it also is for you. Really give them that attention, and I promise you that actually the stories that your mom and dad tell, once they know you hear them, they know you hear them.
Yeah.
My parents are, getting up there in age, and my kids are like, Mom, you've heard that story 10 times. And I'm like, obviously there was something more that she wanted to share with me, or that I wasn't listening to. So please just look at each other face to face. Go to lunch. Don't just make a call. Now I understand you have to for business and stuff, but that's not how I work.
Right.
Because we've had lunch. There's just something about getting together in person and really connecting. So that's my challenge, is let's not lose that magic that happens when you're in the room with someone.
Now, I want to preface and then ask a question, but sometimes when we connect with people, it's not about us. The question is, well, Mom, I've heard that story 10, 15 times. My wife is like, babe, you've already told me that story. Like, well, listen again, you know? Listen for me, right? But it's not, sometimes it's not about you. It's about them, because if it's something that they've told you multiple times or something that you keep hearing, it means something to them. Maybe discovering that meaning or why they keep sharing it, why it wasn't memorable the first time they shared it, or maybe why they keep sharing it. Like you said, there's something there. But I guess my question is how do we direct people to connect face-to-face more, other than putting down the distractions, right? And let's focus on the positive there. Let's focus on, put the phone down, turn off the TV, background music, all that. How do people connect in a meaningful way that builds value moving forward versus just having that moment?
And this one is, it's just the little things. I'm super touchy. Anyone who knows me.
If you haven't been watching the show, we've been touching each other this entire show.
I am completely awesome. Happily married. I love my husband so much, and I am the biggest toucher. But it's all part of my connecting. I love laughing with people. And even in business, especially in business, I think it's really been lost that we have this, I'm going to call it customer service, but that's really not what it is, right? It's the relationship. But that's as old as time. I mean, if you are doing business with somebody, it's a relationship. It may be a short-term relationship, it may be a lifelong relationship. And we don't have to look at either of those. Right? In that moment, and all the little moments that we have these opportunities to connect again, do it. Someone that hasn't texted you in a long time and now they're asking you for something, well, guess what? They might have exactly what you need. You just don't know. And so anyone that comes into your life, it's a good thing. All of us need each other anyways. I mean, that is what this world is about, is connecting. We want to connect with each other. We just do. Because that's how we reconnect to who we really are.
So the challenge, again, for our listeners is that we're issuing the challenge to connect with people face-to-face and put the phones down. And I think there's a really cool company out there, whether you agree with me or disagree with me, but Chick-fil-A has a special offer to people who come. And this is not me promoting Chick-fil-A, but essentially, if you come as a group or a family or just people, you can tell them that you're going to put your phones away for dinner. And they will bring a basket out. You put your phones in the basket. And they will take the basket away, or you can leave the basket in the middle of the table. And if you keep your phones in the basket the entire time, each of you get a free ice cream. Right?
Love that.
Amazing. That's one of the, and Chick-fil-A has been doing this for years now, and people don't know about it because
how did I not know about that?
Right? But it's one of those things that it's a behavior precedent that we set, that connection is face to face. It's good old fashioned family connection time, family dinner or time meals. So I just wanted to share that.
I just got chills. That's so good.
Great organization, and that's one of the things I love about them.
And it's one of our favorites.
It is. I mean, it is a lot.
Right?
I'm thinking of waffle fries right now.
See, mine's lemonade.
Okay, there you go. The peach shakes. Okay, we can go on. Hey, huge shout out to you guys. But the challenge is connect with people face to face. Put the phone down. Look them in the eye, as Robyn said. Look them in the eye. You will discover something about yourself and about them that you didn't know before. What would you like to say?
I don't know. How are we on time? Are we good? Because there's a section in my book that I would like to read it if I can. We have time. It's about 6 minutes.
Let's do it.
Do we have time? Okay. Because this fits in so perfectly right here. And as I'm looking it up, I wanted to say too that even at the grocery store, I mean, it's true. You may never see this person again, but you never know what people are going through that day.
Right.
And other than just saying, "Oh, how you doing? How are you? How's your day been?" Can you feel the difference?
Yeah, huge.
And who knows? Maybe that person will read this chapter, and I can't wait. Okay, thank you so much for letting me do this. My 19-year-old is not going to be too happy that I'm doing this at the moment, But here we go, okay? The chapter is called Let's All Be Like Keaton. When my son Keaton was 13, I started to notice that when we would be driving in the car, he would wave to random people. It became a very usual thing. One day, when it was just the two of us, I asked him who he was waving to. His response was so kind and genuine. Just people. Still curious, I dug a little deeper. Well, why are you waving at people? Without skipping a beat on his waving, Keaton kept smiling at strangers as he told me the story he had once heard. Once there was a man who was so sad in his life that he felt the only choice he had was to end it. He had lost his wife and his kids. He hated his job and he had a lot of bills. He lived in a crappy apartment and really thought that everyone would be better off without him. I was beginning to wonder so many things about this story, but I made myself just keep listening as he continued. The man made up his mind he was going to kill himself. He was stuck in traffic on the way home from his dumb job and decided this was the day. As he sat in his car thinking of the note he would write to his family, he looked over to the car next to him. There he saw a young boy, and that young boy was waving at him. I began to tear up as I could sense where the story was going, and I recognized the huge heart inside my little boy's chest. The man looked around and then back to the boy in the car. The boy was waving at the man. The car started moving, and the waving boy moved along the road and out of view. The man was not sure what he was feeling. Keaton kept telling the story without ever stopping his waving or his smiling as we hit red light after red light along our drive. That little boy saw him, Mom. That boy had seen him and connected with the man. The man pushed away the thought he had to end his life. He knew that the boy was waving and had seen him. At this point, Keaton had successfully pulled on every heartstring I had and gave me such a sense of pride to have raised such a caring, considerate young man. He wrapped up his story by telling me maybe someone was having a really bad day, maybe bad enough that they didn't want to be here anymore. It isn't hard to wave at anyone. Maybe I can help someone like that. As he shrugged his shoulders and said, you just never know who needs to be seen, huh, Mom? And well, good golly gosh, you guys. The motherly heart in me had exploded at this point. That moment was so special to me that I had fantasized about writing it and putting it in print to celebrate my Keaton's heart. What I realized in that story is that my son and I have so much in common in wanting people to be loved. People want to feel connected. And when you get in those dark spots and there is absolutely no light to be seen whatsoever, I've been in that dark spot, and it just takes a flicker, a spark of connection, love, to make the decision to not go. So that's what I saw in my son that day. I love that story. And when I read it to him, I had the 10-year-old in there, and my cute teenager said, Mom, I wasn't 10, I was 13. Wow. Which I'm like, you would almost go the other way, right? As a little kid. Oh no, Mom, I was like 7. But no, he was 13, and yeah, people want to be seen. It's nature.
I'm so glad that you shared that, and I think that is at its core the value behind humanity. People want to be connected. We give a lot of crap, or let's say credit, and on the opposite end, to the extroverts versus the introverts, the quiet people in the back of the room versus the people who are more outspoken. And at the end of the day, the truth, the derivative of all things is people want to be seen, people want to be felt, and people want to be connected with.
They do. And the introverts just go about it differently. Yeah. And I wonder this question, have you ever found that people have a hard time being shy around you?
Ooh, great question. There's always that inkling of oh, this person's shy. And I guess the includer in me always wants them to feel loved and appreciated and like they're a part of something. So I have always been the person who advantageously like tries to get them to feel that, though that it may not be their way of showing it, but the answer is yeah.
Yeah, I know that because I'm the exact same way, and people are not shy around me, and I love it. And I knew that, so I had never asked you that before, so I was just curious. But yeah, there is something just comforting and loving that they just aren't shy around us. They know we love them.
Yeah.
We connect with them.
Amazing. Well, if we haven't made you already tear up, or if that story didn't just touch your heart, if you haven't learned something today, then I'd say go back and play this a few times, because the message is true value. There's pure gold, and we call them the golden nuggets of knowledge on the show. There's pure gold in this episode. Value comes from face-to-face connection, and even as simple as waving at the person in the car next to you, right? You never know who needs that. Amazing. Robyn, this has been an incredible conversation, and I feel like this is not going to be the last, because obviously we're going to have a lot of opportunities to have you on our show again to continue this conversation. And you've literally written the curriculum for us to share with the world to continue the connecting value add that everyone needs. So with that, what's the best way that our listeners can get a hold of you? I know that we talked about a website and to find you on Facebook, but could you describe those to them?
You bet. So my personal is www.robyn, R-O-B-Y-N, RobynScottInspires.com. On Facebook, I also am Robyn Scott Inspires, and Instagram is also Robyn Scott Inspires. You can get a hold of me. Facebook messaging is probably the fastest way, although I will get them at all of the spots. The book is at www.bringingpeopletogetherbook.com, and that will be a landing page, and it can direct you on how to get the book. And you're going to talk a little bit about the release date, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
So those are my personals, and that's where you can find me. And I always try to post. I'm an inspirational quote junkie, and I really love to share those and brighten people's day. Everyone can use a little bit more sunshine, right?
I love that. I am a theater popcorn junkie, and I think there are healthier practices like inspirational quote junkies. So I love that. I love these.
Well, those are good too.
I know. It's
all in moderation, right?
All with moderation and justification beyond galore. We wanted to invite our listeners today to share this book with Robyn, and her experience, and her launch date is going to be on August 13th. August 13th. And you can purchase the book anytime during that day online. The ebook will be for 99 cents. Now, if you purchase the book and you're in Utah and you come to our event in Salt Lake City, which you can find at bringingpeopletogether.com, you can come in between the hours of 6:30 and 8:30, which will be the official launch party. There'll be some fun and exciting things going on.
At Jordan Commons.
At Jordan Commons.
So the movie place. I'm so excited. It's going to be great.
I'm already there because I know that there will be popcorn. And between those hours, we were going to help Robyn become a bestseller within those hours. But if you purchase online in between those hours of 6:30 and 8:30, we are going to give you a signed physical copy of the book, Bringing People Together. So that is our give and our ask to you today, is to come to our launch party on August 13th at the Jordan Commons in Utah. And from 6:30 to 8:30, if you buy the book, 99 cents online, or even just any time during that day, we will give you a free copy, or Robyn will give you a free signed copy of her book, Bringing People Together. So what an incredible opportunity. We invite all of you to be there, and all the information you're hearing right now in your ears is going to be in the show notes. So you can just click on after down in the show notes, and you'll see all of this available to you.
And there is a registration for that one too, just to make sure that I bring enough books, because I want everyone to have one. I really do want everyone to have one. Of course, it's mine, I'm biased, but it's a good read.
And, you know, we're going to buy like 20 books, and that means we're going to get 20 signed copies so that we can just hand out on the streets, but it's so exciting. One thing I wanted to reiterate too is that you can reach Robyn quickest on Facebook Messenger on her page, Robyn Scott Inspires. That has been one of the fastest ways we've been able to connect with her. And our journey and our story, which we'll save for another time, has been absolutely invaluable in all of our experiences with Robyn Scott. Robyn, thank you so much for being on the show today, and thanks for making the haul up to Heber City, the Wasatch back, Silicon Slopes. And we're so proud to know you, to be a part of this journey, and to promote this valuable message to the world, because everyone needs to connect. And like you said it, everyone wants to feel connected to or wants to feel value.
Yeah. We do have to tell our story in the next one.
Okay, yes.
That's a good one.
So stay tuned. Come back next time. We will tell our story about how we met and some pretty cool stuff.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. That's also what I wanted to tell you.
and thank you for being on our show. We appreciate it. This has been an interview with Robyn Scott on the Circle of Knowledge podcast. I am your host, Jon Kovach Jr. Thanks for joining us. Awesome. Hey, this is Jon with Amplified Minds. Thanks again for listening to the show. We really hope you enjoyed the Circle of Knowledge podcast. If you like the Circle of Knowledge podcast, go ahead, subscribe, rate us, and if you give us a 5-star review, we promise to give you a personal shout out here on the air. Just watch us. You can also engage with us a little bit more through social media. On any channel, you can just find us at Amplified Minds. To learn more about Amplified Minds, go to our website at amplifiedminds.com. That's amplifiedminds.com. Through our website, you can join any one of our mastermind groups from anywhere in the world. In the mastermind groups, you and other members of the community of achievers can mastermind and talk about all of your aspirations, your dreams, your goals, and even the challenges you face. Whether you're a business owner or an entrepreneur or anything else, you can achieve your goals through a mastermind group. You should also check out the Amplified Minds Accountability Program, where you can gain access to a one-on-one personal accountability coach, somebody who will contact you weekly and motivate you, hold you accountable, follow up, and give you the proper resources that will help you to go out and achieve all your goals. Hey, shout out to all you coaches, speakers, mentors, the superheroes of the world. We have the perfect program for you and your audiences. We have the capabilities of setting your audience and communities up in private mastermind groups and assign them a one-on-one personal accountability coach where they can help your people achieve the things that they're working towards, tailored to your programs. For more information about this, go ahead and send me an email at Jon, that's Jon, at amplifiedminds.com. I look forward to hearing from you.